Let's head to the south of New Zealand now. Parts of the south, people are really feeling the effects of a polar blast. Queenstown and surrounding areas have experienced freezing temperatures, icy roads and plenty of snow on the ground. But to, well, that hardy bunch, it's good news for many of them and marks the beginning of the best time of year. Our Otago Southern reporter Timothy Brown has the story.
Snow on the ground, snow on the roads. You always get a bit of variation within the basin, but pretty much snow everywhere, snow on the hills. The weather's started to lift again now, planes are flying and we can see the peaks and it's very beautiful.
Wakatipu High School principal Steve Hall describes the scene that greeted Queenstown residents when they woke up this morning. The school and all others in the area had a delayed start to the day due to the snowfall. But far from causing concern, Steve Hall says the locals, many of them winter sports enthusiasts, love a snow day.
Plenty of enthusiasts amongst the pupils and the staff.
Right, okay, so fingers crossed for a few snow days down the line.
No one gets too unhappy about snow days down here, that's for sure.
And those preparing the mountains for the coming ski season are also smiling broadly. Coronet Peak's ski area manager, Nigel Kerr, says all predictions are for a bumper season.
About 4 o'clock a front came in, which wasn't unexpected, but it dumped somewhere between 15 and 40 centimetres across the mountain. The reality is we're looking at an amazing winter wonderland out my window right now.
Nigel Kerr says long-time staff can't remember a season beginning quite like this.
Talking to Ants, one of our maintenance guys, who's been here since '96, and he was saying he can't really remember seeing this just consistent snow coming in and the depth that's building up in May in his time. I mean, it's looking like an absolutely stunning winter ahead.
The Remarkables will open on June the 9th, with Coronet Peak and Cardrona following a week later. But Jimmy Sygrove from the Queenstown Lakes District Council says the early season snow dump is a timely reminder for those wanting to access the mountains or anywhere else in the district to drive to the conditions and to carry chains.
It's been a bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. We closed the Crown Range around 5:30 this morning, so we haven't had many issues up there. But with the snow falling as low as it did around the Wakatipu Basin, we've had a few crashes, a few snarl-ups on the roads. We had an instance where someone passed a grit truck as it was gritting the road and then came unstuck in front of them and then blocked up the main Shotover Bridge.
Jimmy Sygrove says earlier in the week some overly exuberant motorists ignored warnings to use chains on the Crown Range and came unstuck, causing delays and needing to be towed out. He says council staff are manning chain bays at either end of the Crown Range to ensure all motorists, even those in four-wheel drives, are carrying chains and to help put them on. So does the polar blast herald a white winter in the south? Met Service meteorologist Tui McInnes has good news for skiers, despite last night's weather system now moving to the northeast.
We do get an easing in the precipitation. Doesn't actually mean things warm up, things will stay cool, but of course in the medium-term future there's more fronts to come to bring more snow, so it's a sign of winter really, isn't it?
So while those in the north are bemoaning having to drag their winter jumpers out, down here in the south, residents are checking their bindings and waxing their boards. From Otago, for Checkpoint, Timothy Brown.